Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, based on the time you're watching. This video belongs to a series with an aim to educate the masses on the very basics of sustainability and its related topics, including their actions and impacts. No prior knowledge of any subject is required. Let us explore today's topic. Sustainability, the word that is resonating everywhere. It is like an umbrella under which all climate enthusiasts live to save the world from the harms of carbon emissions, climate change, global warming, etc. But what does it actually mean? And why is it important? Let's discover a few definitions. Sustainability is the ability to exist and develop without depleting natural resources for the future, or a set of conditions and trends in any given system that can be continued indefinitely, or some say our society's ability to exist and develop without depleting all the natural resources needed to live in the future. Sustainability is the goal of sustainable development, and perhaps the most famous definition by Miss Brundtland in 1987 states sustainable development is the development that meets the needs of present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. In short, all definitions include the concepts of equity and fairness, operational limits of world's ecosystems, multi generational view or future concern, or understanding connections between economy, society, and environment, famously known as people, planet, and profit. Talking about the planet or environmental part, sustainability is something that has the potential and ability to continue forever at a certain rate, at least in theory, or else it will deplete the resources one day no matter how abundant they are. Nature is sustainable at a certain rate when left alone. Remember the water cycle from your middle school science book? Those raining clouds forming rivers ending up in the ocean and then evaporating again to be clouds? Similarly, there is carbon cycle, nitrogen cycle, and others. Generally, sustainability is considered as an environmental issue, and the other parts are ignored. Sustainability cannot be achieved unless all the three are in harmony. We are using natural capital, which is the planet part, with the help of human capital, which is the people part, to gain financial capital, which is the profit part. As per the figure, the only way to attain this sustainably is to live within the boundary of natural resources. What's happening today is exactly the opposite. We are getting out of the planetary boundary by not producing responsibly or sustainably, depleting natural resources at a very fast pace, focusing only on profits, and thus facing multiple challenges. Limits to growth is one of the challenges. The rate at which the extraction of natural capital is happening is much more than the rate of its reproduction. Our continuous growth is restricted not by the number of fishing boats, but by the decreasing number of fish in the sea, not by the pumps, but by the depletion of aquifers. Tragedy of the commons is another challenge. Natural and common resources are shared by all and owned by none, like atmosphere, ocean currents, etc. A private entity can cause harm to the atmosphere for its private gain, hurting or declining it for the commons, like emissions released by a private entity that contributes to the overall climate change that is owned by none and shared by all. Since it is all interconnected, we should be designing an economic model on the concepts of planetary boundaries and basic human needs known as donut economics by Kate Raworth, where these 12 social dimensions mentioned in the middle of the donuts are taken from UN SDGs. I will discuss sustainable development goals in detail in a separate video. We need a regenerative and distributive economy that thrives within the green sphere, avoiding the shortfall of social foundation and well below the ecological ceiling or planetary boundaries to avoid any overshoot. Unfortunately, we are everywhere but in the green zone. We are facing both overshoot and shortfall. The overshoot, mostly environmental, is being discussed in more detail these days compared to the shortfall, which is social. People lacking basic needs like poverty and hunger do not have the luxury to apply such thinking. For a sustainable world, we need to address all with equal importance. As the great Nelson Mandela said, overcoming poverty is not a gesture of charity, it is an act of justice. Like slavery, poverty is not natural, it is man made and can be overcome and eradicated by the actions of human beings. Thank you for watching up to this point. If you want me to discuss any other topic related to this subject, please mention it in the comment and I will try my best to come up with a short video covering the basics. Have a good day.